Hello, you wonderful people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. Today is episode number 6 of Norra Zoo, my planet zoo, Taiga and Tundra Zoo. In this episode, we are building a Siberian tiger habitat. And I say this in the little live action segment that we do at the end, but I haven't built a Siberian tiger habitat. At this point, I built a Bengal tiger habitat before, but not a Siberian one. And honestly, this has turned out extremely well. Like, the mountains, they aren't mountains. I'm going to clarify. They're not mountains at all. They're like hills, little lumps. But they turned out pretty well. The actual tigers themselves are so bushy. Like, the Bengal tigers, since they live in, obviously, India, or the Bengali region, well, the Indian subcontinent, but they're skinnier, not really skinnier, but they have less floof. They're less floofy, that's a good way to put it. Because, well, they don't live in Siberia, like the Siberian tigers. No, it's kind of funny how a couple of animals are like king penguin or emperor penguin or mackerel penguin or gray seal or something like that, just naming the ones that are in here. But then there's other animals that's like, nope, we don't want to come up with a creative name. We're going to call you the African penguin. You know why? Because you come from Africa. We're going to call you the Galapagos penguin because you come from the Galapagos Islands. But like with tigers, it's like, yeah, you're a Bengal tiger and you're a Siberian. There's no creative tigers out there. Can someone please get the creative tigers? Where did they go? But anyway, getting into the video, I am making a little custom-ish fence. I say custom-ish because I'm using the preset mesh thing instead of making my own mesh thing. Because honestly, I didn't think it would work too well if I made my own little mesh thing here. And I thought the custom built mesh thing would work well as it was because of the color change, because I could change the colors to whatever I wanted. So I thought those would work pretty well. And I did add pillars at the end. I think I showed those in the time lapse. On the little ends of the fence to actually act as posts. I end up putting a little moat in front of this little, I don't know, pavilion outlook area. And I did that so it would kind of separate people from the tigers and the tigers can't just come up to humans because that's bad. Don't really need to say that very much, but yeah, that's bad. You do not want a tiger just running up to a little child. Because that's how you, one, get a lawsuit, and yeah, you get a lawsuit because the tiger either scares the child half to death or the child dies. But moving on from something not so dark, you just saw me put in the pillars here. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do with like this sign, and there was a little bit of hesitation there. It doesn't look like I hesitated that much in the actual time lapse. I made this little custom Siberian tiger sign. I just wrote Siberian tiger in the letters that we have, which I do like them. I didn't want to change the font because I kind of like the white on the brownish area. And then I was checking the Zoopidi here because I'm trying to make sure that I spelled Siberian right, because if I didn't, I was going to take that out of the video and spell it right, because that would be extremely embarrassing. Because you guys obviously don't know this because you don't really know me, but, well, that much yet. But in like grade school, in elementary school, I was horrible at spelling. Every single spelling test. No, failed that. I would do amazing in school. I was considered like gifted. It wasn't really gifted. If you're in America, you know kind of what I'm talking about. But basically, they were basically saying that these kids are smarter than the other kids because they can fold paper or something, because that's literally the test you took. It was really dumb. But basically, you got accelerated math and accelerated other things for it in elementary school and middle school, or junior high. And I would do extremely well in like science or history or math or whatever the content area is. But second, when I got into language arts class, you know, I was fine with my reading comprehensions. I could read my Winnie the Pooh. Okay, I could read my, what were some other books? The book about the rat with the chocolate chips. Yeah, I have no idea what that was called, but I remember reading that. I could read those, I could tell you exactly what was happening. I was amazing at those. I was at a 12th grade reading level in 5th grade, let's go. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. But when it came to a spelling quiz, I failed that. It tanked my grades. It has always tanked my grades, and I thought I was going to be extremely embarrassing there. Yeah, first time, not first time, because you've seen me spell things already. You guys have seen me spell stuff already. But it was going to be really embarrassing if I spelled Siberian Tiger wrong on camera and then put it in a video. But anyway, here are the little, they're not mountains, these aren't mountains, they're more like elevation changes, I guess. They're going to be more mountains because on the other side of here, I'm going to eventually like lower this down a little bit and add a little bit of depth, I guess, because the area that's to the left of this area, the little blank space that's left in the end, that's by the king penguin habitat, and between this, I was going to turn that into like a little farm area. I was going to put the llamas, because llamas are considered taiga. I was going to put the doll sheep and the reindeers in there, and I was going to make it like a barn area. I thought it was going to be pretty nice. But probably put like a bear. Actually, no. Bears do not belong in barns. Don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore that. I'm probably going to put a bear outside of that area because there are a lot of bears in the taiga tundra. There's the brown bear, the Formosan bear, the Himalayan brown bear, and the polar bear. I think there might be another bear, but either way, that's a lot of bears. And since the polar bear is in the the logo for Korra Zoo. You have the polar bear that's sitting in the circle of like teal-y blue stuff that I thought was like ice. I don't know. But since we do have that, I'm gonna have in the far back of the zoo like everything's gonna come together and it's gonna meet and it's gonna be like King of the North. It's gonna be a giant polar bear habitat. We're probably gonna have 2 or 3 episodes just focusing on the polar bear habitat because I want to make that absolutely perfect. But I don't want to put all 3 of the bears together because that's not fun. No one wants to see, oh, look, a bear and then another bear and then look at that, it's another bear. No, it doesn't. That's not interesting. That's not cool. It doesn't keep people's interest, I guess. So I wanted to try to not do that. But I think for our next episode, I was going to do the Japanese macaws. Mainly because monkey uhaha. I don't know what I'm saying there. But I wanted to change the elevation here a little bit. I think this is where I cut it. But I wanted to change the elevation here a little bit. And I'm not sure if I show this in the timeline or not. But I actually moved the wall that's back there. The little wooden wall that's back there. I moved it up. Yeah, I didn't show it because I cut right when I started doing the elevation change right there. And you can see that the little fox rocks. I actually did plan on recording moving the barrier up and putting in all those fox rocks as a barrier right there. But, you know, I didn't record it because I went to go record that, then I went to go do something else, and I went to go hit my stop record button, and it wasn't there because I never started recording. Dummy! Okay, but moving on from me being absolutely stupid, I also, in that little section, it was only like 15 minutes, it wasn't too long. It would have equated to like, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes of film. I also put an electric fence in the water that runs right before the viewing platform for the Bengal tigers. And I did this so that the Bengal tigers wouldn't be able to actually come that close up there, and I thought it would be a good safety measure for the Bengal tigers. Not the Bengals, why am I calling them Bengal? The Siberian tigers, I'm sorry. And I thought that would be a good way to kind of prevent them and add a little bit more realism to it. But, moving onwards, let's get into our learning about tigers part of the video, because I want to add a little information section about every single animal in every single one of these videos until we go through all the animals. And even when we do go out through the animals and we start doing more animals and repeat animals, we're going to add new facts, because there's always more things that we haven't talked about with the animals. But first, let's talk about their population range. Where these tigers live. Well, they live mostly in the northeastern part of Russia, coming down into the northernmost parts of North Korea and China. And they mainly live in birch forest, and you can see me putting in a lot of birch trees in here because I kind of wanted to resemble that. I didn't put a lot of birch trees in here, but I did put more than I would have if I didn't know that, because I wanted it to be more of like a natural habitat, because if they live in birch forests, then I'm going to make them birch forests. Now, they are endangered right now, and that is 1000% due to trophy hunting. Because, well, they can camouflage with other animals because their stripes allow them for other animals not to see them very easily. But humans, they're orange and they're black and they're living in the snow. Our eyes are perfectly adapted to see that. So, for trophy hunting, they're absolutely perfect. They stand out. They're easy to shoot, except when they're running at you and they're gonna kill you. But it's really sad that they're considered endangered right now because people want to shoot them for their fur or their head or their teeth, and it makes me sick. I really don't like that. But let's talk about their cubs for a second. Now, females give birth to about 2 litters of cubs, and in each litter they'll have about 6 cubs in the wild. About 6 cubs in each litter. That means that they can have about 12 cubs. And obviously not all of these will make it to maturity. Not all of these will make it through infanthood or make it into an adult. That's just a given, especially in the animal kingdom. But one thing that I find extremely interesting is that Siberian tigers, the mother raises them all on their own. The father doesn't do anything. The father just leaves. He just dips. He doesn't exist anymore. Well, he does exist, but he doesn't help at all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and stay tuned for the live action section at the end. We're going to talk about our plans for the future. We're going to do a little tour. It's going to be amazing. And I will see you guys in just a minute. Hello! Welcome back. This is Live TKD Conduit. And I am just sitting here admiring the Siberian Tiger habitat we have here. I use the same shades we use for the people over in the Penguin Plaza with the king penguins, and I put their little beds up here. Though, they're going to be laying down, but not their beds. But it's okay, it's fine. But I really enjoy this, but this was the first time I made a build for the Siberian Tigers. I've made a build for Bengal Tigers before. Bengal Tigers are extremely similar, obviously, because they're both tigers. But, moving on, I wanted to put like a little education center right here. Maybe some habitat information boards, or some custom boards like the ones that were by the seals that I showed you guys in a couple previous episodes. Maybe some vending machines, some benches, place for people to sit, relax, chill. And to do this, the tigers need names, because I'll have like a section that's like about the tigers. So if you guys watched this far in the video and you're hearing me say this right now, drop a name below in the comments for either one of the tigers. Tell me if you want it to be the male or the female tiger. Or you can just be anyone, and I'll just pick whoever I think it fits best. And you will get a tiger named after you. Wow, crazy. But, let's see, no, I thought he was going to actually use the rubbing pad right here, but I guess not. Okay. But, it's kind of sad that they're not using the little bed I made over here for them. I mean, they can use it. This one's just staring at a wall. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. What I wanted to talk about was this area of the zoo, this giant blank canvas still. We will come back to this area over here eventually. Eventually we will come back to that area. But next episode, I wanted to work right here. Maybe right here, I'm not sure. Preferably right here. And maybe add the Japanese macaws, also known as snow monkeys, but in game they're known as Japanese macaws. And I have this one idea for putting a parking lot over here, making a walkway that goes over here. A little fence comes around here to like block it off. And like this would be a little parking lot that we would have. And if you think that's a good idea, and you want me to do that, please drop it down below. I'll probably end up doing it, and if you do think it's a good idea, tell me if you want to see it on cam, on stream, or not at all, or just see the end product. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you watched this far, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.